what saved us? I suspect it was the strictness on the plane. Nobody ate anything. No drinking water, don't remove the mask. From here to Dubai, no water, nothing. You just... And although there was air conditioning, I think that's why we ended up controlling that problem. So therefore, I continue to appeal. It seems these measures work. The mask, the social distancing, the washing of hands, don't touch your nose, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth with unwashed hand, all those that we told you at the beginning, it seems they work. And now we are adding vaccination. And I was watching, it's not official, but I saw it on the TV, saying that maybe Jen Acheng can later inform the country that actually the positivity rate is now down. Is that so, Jen? Where is Jen? Jen has disappeared. Huh? Tia Kwene? Hajat. Is Hajat conversant with some of these figures?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Very good.
Your Excellency, it's correct and right that we had a top management meeting on Tuesday, and the report we received was that indeed there is some great lowness in the figures, and that the areas which are of our worry is in Teso region and Lira, where we are planning to go over the weekend to establish. I bring the apologies of my senior minister. She wasn't feeling well, and she indeed apologized. Thank you so much.
What I saw on the, thank you. What I saw on the TV, which you can check, was that the positivity rate is now like 3% or something like that. Huh?
Your Excellency, by Tuesday it was at 2.8%.
Okay. It was like very low, they said 2.8, while previously it was 21% or something like that. Previously, when they would test people, out of 100, 21 would be with corona. But now, when they test 100 people, they find only 2.8 who have got corona. So you can see that really these methods can work. Now, some of the people, some of the wonderful, clever people, and they speak with a lot of force on TV. I don't know why people speak with a lot of force. If you want to avoid blood pressure, don't speak with a lot of force. Just speak calmly. You will get better results. The people, they were saying, we open schools now. Open schools. Why? Vaccinate the teachers. And the workers in the school. Yes, we are already vaccinating those. You are flogging a dead horse. When the horse is already dead, you are wasting time beating it. Because we are already vaccinating the teachers, and we shall vaccinate all of them, 550,000. Plus the workers in the school. The Karani, the sweeper, we shall vaccinate all of them. And it is also true that the children, even when they get infected, they seem to recover. And I saw it even in my own staff in the State House during the campaign. Many of them were infected and they all recovered. We didn't get anybody who died. The young people, the ones who work with us. But the problem is that many of the schools are day schools. If there were only boarding schools, we could open and say, okay, you go and stay there in the school. But many of the schools are day schools. So the children study and go home. And that's where the danger is now. If we follow this reckless recommendation of some of the people that open the schools now, then what will happen is that the children will go, infect one another, they go home, okay, the teachers may be all right, but the parents, the grandparents, many of them will go to heaven, will die. So we shall end up like we had with AIDS, when we had household-led, children-led households, when all the adults died and only the children remained alone. So we cannot accept that. That's why we are saying, please, wait until December, by which time we shall have vaccinated about 7 million people. But the fully vaccinated, fully 7 million people. But the real crucial group are the people above the age of 50. All those must be vaccinated, plus the one below 50, but who have got diabetes, have got blood pressure, they have got cancer, those comorbidities. And these are 4.8 million. So the 7 million is actually long past the minimum figure we want. Now, by that time, once we achieve this, then we shall open. Shall open with confidence that what we are doing is safe. Not just reckless, not indifferent to the suffering of the people, to the loss of the country. Then you find all sorts of false arguments. We're losing business, losing money, losing jobs, pregnancy, I don't know what. All those are not comparable to dying. All those, I was telling the teachers the other day, I lost 13 years of my life. 8 years I was in Tanzania fighting Idi Amin. 5 years in the bush. How many? 13 years. But, and many of our colleagues did the same. But when we came back, we started again. Those who were alive. So many of the children left secondary schools and went to fight. When they came back, we created a Kadogo school for them. And they caught up. Some of them, you can go and get the figures. Some of them are now doctors, some are lawyers. Dying is not the same thing as losing a job, losing business, getting pregnant. If they are pregnant, that means there are two people instead of dying. If they die, that's one person gone. So I was telling the teachers here, you teachers, you teach mathematics. There's what they call like and unlike terms. You don't compare the uncomparables. Don't compare death with all this nonsense they are talking about, business, jobs. I lost a job. I was working in the president's office as a research officer. I left. All these other people left, lawyers who were in the Attorney General's chambers. Martin Mwesiga, the others. Katega, they were lawyers working in the offices, but they left. We lost jobs. But those who didn't die came back and resumed. So therefore, I want to clarify that to be clear and firm when we are talking to the public that we know what we are doing. We don't want gambling with our people's lives, doing things which have no scientific basis, just because you are following wind. Some people are saying this, some are saying that. We shall do what we are convinced about. So therefore, that is our position on corona, which was evolved because of scientific analysis, and we seem to know what we are doing. So that is Alpha, that is A. Now, Bravo is having defeated corona. I want our economy to move very fast, to go back to its high rates of growth of 7%, 8%, so that we achieve our aims, the ones which will be talked about in the manifesto, of converting Uganda into a middle-income country. I have already told you what is crucial in the 23 guidelines which I gave to the other cabinet of 2016 and this one. But for today, I wanted to single out a few things that are crucial for the fast growth of the economy. Number one, stop corruption of the leaders. Stop taking bribes from businesses. Because I get reports, I have not arrested anybody, which God willing I may be able to do, of asking bribes from business people, political leaders of different types, including even members of parliament who are on the committees. This culture must stop, because it's very dangerous for our future. It will scare business. Businesses will run away. Investors will run away, because it's like a tax on business. I have reports about people who have been asking for bribes from companies and businesses. This must stop. We cannot tolerate it, because it will kill the future of our country. Some of the countries would have gone very far. There are many countries, some of the countries had wars, and that's why they lagged behind in Africa. But some never had wars, but they had problem of corruption. And you find they are stagnant, like the ones which had wars. Everybody knows, and I also know, I actually know who are asking for bribes, but I don't yet have enough evidence to arrest them. So, this is number one, must stop. You should neither ask nor accept, even if they give you a bribe or even a favor, paying for my school child abroad. Don't accept any favor from a business person. If you want money, go and borrow from the government banks. Don't accept gifts, nor should you seek for money. Everybody, all political leaders, civil servants, This is number one. Because if you don't stop this, Uganda will now become, the business will slow down. People will get tired. There is somebody who was trying to do the fertilizers in Tororo, a Chinese man. That man was disturbed by people who were taking bribes from him. And I know who took the bribes. But I don't have enough evidence to arrest them, but I know them. And of course, God knows them. God knows them. And I have really watched for the last 60 years how God punishes those who think they are clever. They will do bad things and they will prosper. I have seen it with my eyes. No bribes. Don't ask for any money. No accept any offer from. If actually somebody gives you money, you should report him to the IGG. So-and-so wanted to give me a gift. What for? A gift for what? When I came back from the bush, the Banyankwere collected cows, 800 of them. Actually, it was like 2,000, because 800 was in Kazo, like 2,000 that they were for me. I said, I don't want your cows. Take them to the government ranch. You normally see them there in Ngoma. Those cows were cows given to me, which were supposed to be given to me as a person, that I was a fighter, I was a Moses who had saved them. Okay, Moses did not work for cows. I refused those cows, and I handed them to the government. You normally see them there in Ngoma. Initially, I didn't have land where to put them, but I squatted them at Ruhengeri until I got that land where I put them, and I normally give them to give to the poor. Even you, people are not proud. I don't want anybody to say that Museveni is rich because he was helped. No way. If I am rich, it is because I worked for everything myself. I feel very proud. That's why I don't care about anybody. Sinagwe neguya kubanga tewaliwo eyali anyambyeko nze ng'omuntu. So to get gifts, to get bribes, it's disgraceful, kisirani. Mugenda kweretera ebizibu. So that's number one. 0, 0, 0, 0 tolerance for corruption. I already have a lot of information. This one, this one, this one, this one here, this one there. But unfortunately, I don't have enough proof to arrest people. But I know. So that is my number two. Or is that number one? Number two, because of the other. Number one under B. Number one under B, because A was only corona. Number two, the price of electricity for manufacturing. This is in the hands of the Honorable Nankabirwa. We must bring the price of electricity to 5 cents so that factories rush in. No corruption, not disturbed by corrupt people, but now cheap electricity. You will see how factories will rush in. And I was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. People are dying to come here. But we must get rid of corruption. We must deal with the issue of electricity. It will help us in value addition, in processing, and in industrialization in general. They are ready with money. I've got so many investors Now, number 3, under B, is the issue of justice. This one we shall discuss tomorrow. The issue we were discussing the other time, the issue of bail, especially for murder, and even for village thefts. Even village thefts. Because those other issues, fighting in bars, matrimonial cases, divorce, what? Those can take long. But these two, murder and village theft, are the ones which can affect the growth of the economy. Village thefts, which are not punished promptly and firmly, will make people give up. Even these cows we are giving them, they give them cows, they are stolen and slaughtered. How will people continue? How will the parish model succeed if we don't resolve the issue of village theft? Are people going to keep cows in houses, in doors you lock? Cows are kept in the shade outside. But if people can come and park and load cows on a pickup and take them away, and then they are arrested, the following day they are released, how shall we succeed? This issue must be addressed firmly. The people are now taking the law in their hands and they are killing all the thieves. I don't know what you have done about it. So many mob justice incidents. The government, the judicial system, needs to come up and side with the people. The people who are terrorizing Masaka, we have arrested suspects. You know, I must be very careful. I must be very legal. There are suspects. Because if I don't put that, they will say M7 has interfered with the, what is it called? Sub-judice. Is it sub-judice? Aha. Nanga akunkamanyi. So, when we mobilized a little bit, we got so many suspects. And we have been battering those who have been trying to get them bail, because it will annoy the population so much. So that's the third issue under B. The issue of effective justice, at least for some of the crimes. Not all the crimes, but land matters can take long, but murder and village theft. But I hear also that there is a problem of servant disloyalty. I have seen it. They even tried to steal my cows in the workers. You can imagine, they tried to steal my cows. Steal cows, steal milk, steal. But I hear that there's also stealing from investors. Stealing sugar, stealing this, stealing. And I remember some years ago, when we privatized, when we gave a contract, a management contract, to this Apollo Hotel, international hotel, which they now call Sheraton. I remember there was a big issue. The Ugandans there wanted to strike. Ndibana bazungu batuyisa ngensolo. Batwaza okuyingira, batwaza okufuluma. So they complained to me that the Sheraton management, which took over that hotel, was searching the workers when they come to work and when they go from work, that they were being treated as animals. I said, because, yes, I said they should search you because you are thieves. You are thieves. They thought I would side with them because they know that I'm against foreigners mistreating Africans. But I said no. On this time, on this issue, they are right because you are thieves. Muribabi, Balnokubaza. And that's how Sheraton thrived actually. Sheraton has been thriving, earning income. So I would appeal to the investors to be very strict with these Ugandans, but also the judicial system to side, to be firm. The law is clear. For murder, the bail is 180 days. If you stay there that long, then you go for, I think for others, it's like 60 days. So they can be strict without being inhuman. So that's number 3. Number 4, under Bravo, is of course the parish development model. That one you know. If we implement this, so many things will change. We shall have so much production, and everybody will go into the money economy. But for that to succeed, we must resolve the issue of the market. That's why now we must deal with the issue of regional integration. The people who are working on the regional integration should really be very focused, always consult us, we are here, so that we persuade our brothers and sisters in the region to unite this market so that the producers of wealth and services have a big market to sell to. So integration becomes number 5 in this priorities among priorities. Then number 6 is tax collection. We are really making a lot of mistakes by borrowing so much from outside. The other day when I went back, this budget which we have, the one of 45 trillion, a big part of it is paying debts. I think the debts are like 16 trillion out of the 45 trillion. So the actual money, that the new money for us, out of the 45 trillion, is like, I think, 29 trillion. The Minister of Finance can cross-check. And the problem with borrowed money is that, I was here with the URA, what do you call them? URA. They had invited me here to celebrate that wonderful. I said, please, your wonderfulness, I don't see it. I suppose the occasion here. They had computers and things which were shining. That they have built a tall building somewhere. Building a tall building when you have got a lot of money is not a big issue. Why should you fail to build a tall building? All our money is in your hand. But what percentage of GDP are you collecting? These people have stagnated at 12% of GDP tax ratio. From the Minister of Finance can tell you, like 2091 there, 12%. Why don't you collect? If we collected like 20% of GDP in tax, we would not need to borrow. And the problem with the borrowed money is that when you borrow, you pay interest on the money. You pay interest. So that when you are paying back, they can tell you before you close, they can tell you how much this 16 trillion, which we are paying in debt, how much of it is interest. So we are losing. Borrowing is losing. It's not correct. We should minimize borrowing. And I try to do that, but some of my people go behind, they do this. Like for instance, one of the Chinese groups was about to give us a loan for Ayago Dam. Ayago Dam will give us 840 megawatts. So the Chinese were ready to give me, the Exim Bank of China were ready to give me a loan for that. But when I saw that the borrowing was going up, I said, no. Stop Ayago, don't borrow for Ayago. Only borrow for the standard gauge railway, no other borrowing. But behind me, oh, this loan is already advanced, we have already negotiated. Didn't you hear what I said? This disloyalty to the vision of the NRM is not acceptable. So therefore, the 6th point under B is tax collection and less borrowing, or no borrowing at all. So with this, the economy will grow very fast after we have defeated Corona. Now, for today, I will not talk about the other social issues, because there are social issues. You remember in the 23 guidelines, there are social issues. Free education. That one I will not talk about today. It will come, but if we handle these 6 plus Corona, the economy will grow very fast. Medicine in health centers, those are all social issues that are important, but we shall talk about them another time. Now, Charlie, at the end, is, because you see there are 2 wings of the government. There is the political wing, president, ministers, members of parliament, LOC 5 chairpersons. Those are elected, they come and go. But there is a permanent government, permanent wing of the government, the civil service. That's why I'm saluting Nachobe. So Nachobe, thank you very much for appearing and attempting to be the head of the civil service. Because if the civil service is very serious, it will help the country stabilize. It will advise the ministers what to do and not what to do. Would advise the MPs, because everywhere the civil service is there. In the parliament, there is the clerk of parliament. Is there. He can advise when people are making mistakes, doing that, not knowing what to do. Going from your BMB, from your Katara, to do other people's Katara. The civil service should help you. Please, this is not allowed under the Constitution. In the ministries, in the judiciary, everywhere the civil servants are there. The cultural leaders, you find the cultural leaders don't know, many of them are doing things which are outside the Constitution. But there's nobody to guide them to say, please, what you are doing, this should be the civil service. You are talking of protocol, that you had a paper on protocol, but who controls protocol? It should be the public service are the one who know who should do that, who should not do what. The religious leaders, they do this, they do that. I hear some of the radios don't even play the national anthem of Uganda. That's what I have heard, that you can have a radio station or a TV operating in Uganda not playing the national anthem of Uganda. And there is a head of civil service. What do you do? Why don't you? Because, and you know the Constitution. The Constitution is in your hands. Now they leave all this to the president to be the one to quarrel with this one, quarrel with the other one, quarrel. Everything now becomes political instead of being simply professional and according to the Constitution. So therefore, let the civil service ensure that the Constitution of Uganda is followed by everybody concerned through advice, because the Constitution empowers these public servants how to handle it. If somebody is trying to spend money outside the procedure, you say no. Because the article which controls money is there, they can read it for you. And if somebody wants to overrule you, you say you put it in writing. You put your overruling in writing. So if we handle this Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, your economy is going to gallop. I can tell you this, because the goodwill is there. We have already got you enough electricity. Actually, yesterday I got an investor who came and told me, I sent him to the permanent secretary of energy. He says, I know you have got a lot of unused power. Can I be using it on a temporary basis? And when you have factories, I will go away. He has got, I sent him to. Yeah. So, security is there. Nobody will disturb our security. Those people who are telling lies that they can disturb us, they are wasting their time. Yeah. This massacre thing, they thought it was going to be a big thing. But it couldn't. We have been preparing for the last 60 years. We have been in this thing for the last 60 years. So nobody can disturb Uganda unconstitutionally. You are wasting your time and risking yourself for nothing. The other day, the police shot dead one of the stupid children, boys, who had been sent to blow up people on Lokechi's barrio. Those who were lucky were arrested in Pader. Oh, these are suspects. Suspected. And they were arrested with the explosives and so on, and they are suspected. But the other stupid boy one of the stupid boys escaped from Pader, came to Kampala here, and when they tried to arrest him, he tried to fight, and he was killed. I told the CMI, you put the paper in. The picture in the papers, they put it there. This is the boy who was killed. And the ones who are sending him, we know them. They are in Congo. But one day God will give us opportunity to deal with them. So therefore, honorable ministers, these three clusters, I have not talked about the others. I know they are there, but if we do this, the economy will run, will gallop. And once it gallops, we shall handle the issues of jobs for the youth. And the production will be so big. But fortunately, that's why I'm including the issue of the market. Market access. Market within Uganda, market within the region, market internationally. So with these few words, I give a post-dated check for closing the seminar when the time comes. Thank you very much, and I wish you good luck.
May we have the anthems? The anthems?
No, but if you have the anthems now that you have closed, you think you represent me when it comes to the anthems.
Thank you very much, sir.
Very good. So now you just continue, because the postdated check is cashed at the right time.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I wish you good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mama. May I invite the Secretary General of NRM to come and take us through the paper on unpacking the NRM manifesto, and the session chair.
Just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class,
Airtel Uganda has the best and most affordable rates when it comes to withdrawing and sending money. Withdraw money for as low as 330 shillings up to a maximum of 12,500 shillings. Sending money is just as affordable as ever. Absolutely unbeatable. Use Airtel Money on the most affordable network with the largest network of Airtel Money branches in Uganda. Dial *185# to get started. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
This is Auntie Jovita, your friend, your mentor.